a minute ago and it did not work. It is once again kind of stupid cold out here. The question of whether or not I should even be out here is a good question. So I wanted to go ahead and go live because I'm probably not going to be able to fish too terribly long. I'm trying something a little different. I'm going to try to keep my hands warmer today by putting on 2 layers of gloves. We're going to see how that works. I've got on a plastic glove because I know when I'm working on cars, which I do quite a bit of mechanicking stuff, my hands sweat inside these black gloves all the time. And so what I thought I'd do today is I'm just going to come out here and I'm strictly fishing for the big stripe. Hey, 85 Goins. Let's rock and roll, buddy. Is it cold, you say? Oh, yeah. Yes, it's cold. It's freezing. But you know, that never stopped me before. I mean, I might have 30 minutes in me. I might have 20 minutes in me. It's a bit on the cold side, but it's good to see you. Hope you've had a good day. I'm out here just decided to come goof around. Let me see if I can get you all to where you're not just like so close to my face, because I don't want to scare y'all half to death. You would probably prefer to see the scenery, but let's just see. Let's see if we can go get on one of these stripe. All right, there's certainly no fish here where I'm sitting currently. I enjoy your enthusiasm. Let's go! I feel the same way. My body, on the other hand, is like, did you realize how cold it is out there? So I just kind of threw in there. We're going to see what happens. Release to the grease. Hey, what's up? Let's get on them. Hey, Lightning Tiger. How are you? I am back up here where I hooked that giant stripe. I'm totally determined that I'm going to catch another one of those. Hey, Jake. Jake. Where are you from, Jake? I work with a Jake. I'm absolutely determined today to get in here and hook up one of these giant stripe. I'm just kind of floating right now. I'm fishing behind that point where I hooked that big stripe the other day. It is 37 degrees with a feels like of probably 30 or 28. There wasn't really supposed to be much wind, and then all of a sudden the wind picked up behind me. Maybe you can see this tree. Maybe you can see that tree blowing, so it's blowing pretty good. I'm fishing in Roane County. I hate the wind too. I mean, I'll just be honest. It's all I can do to come out here and fish when it's this windy. I'm just a wimp. Never fished in these temperatures growing up. If I did, it was off the bank, and I would have been wrapped up like a polar bear and probably not really enjoyed it all that much. I am in Tennessee. I'm in East Tennessee. I'm fishing in Roane County. I'm on Watts Bar, just outside of Harriman or Kingston. I saw a school of something go by a minute ago on this thing. Well, you never know, it might hit. Wind cuts through you, it does. It really does. So let's see. I see some kind of stick or something out here. I don't know what it is. I don't know where close to it. I'm going to do the same thing today I did last time. I'm going to be able to fish in like little 15-minute spurts, and then I will probably have to, here comes the wind, and I'm afraid y'all are going to be hearing a lot of wind noise. Thinking you're going to Chattanooga this weekend, but I don't know. The wind's going to be bad. The one thing about traveling any distance whatsoever to go fishing is you want the weather to be good when you get there. I understand that. completely for sure. Today I've got my little electric hand warmers. I'm going to put those on high, see what I can do with my hands. Tennessee looks like where I fish sometime. It might be, Country Boy. I'm right here at Kingston. I'm at the steam plant at Kingston. And the whole reason I'm back here again is because the other day I hooked into that giant striper, and I'm determined to get another shot at it. Now today, I brought a little bit of a bait that I'm trying to see if there's people on here. I appreciate all y'all watching, by the way, if I didn't say anything. I am fishing, and I'm fishing for the big stripe. People call them wiper, striper, rockfish, white bass, probably officially called white bass. But I hooked a giant one, and I'm back in here today. I've got a little bit of a secret bait. I don't know if any of you caught the other evening, but I got onto a school of those in about the 2 to 3 pound range and was catching them every cast or every other cast there for 15 minutes. I said on here something about how many I caught. I went home and watched the whole thing over again. I think I ended up catching 7 stripe and 1 largemouth. And if you're on here and you saw me call a largemouth a smallmouth, sorry, yeah, I did mess up. That was a smallmouth. I am very close. Well, I'm an hour and a half from Chattanooga. I just got here. I'm trying to literally get my hands warmed back up from the boat right up here at the moment. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's see. I'm headed right over here where I caught those small ones. I figure it would be a quick win to at least catch a few of those. I fish on Chickamauga a lot when it's warm. When it's this cold, it's just, I don't know, it's too far to go for me to not know how long I can fish. I don't know why, but I just cannot tolerate the cold when I'm fishing. Now there's some giant rocks right here I've got to go around. When I get around these, I'm going to settle down and I'm going to start throwing, purposefully trying very hard to catch one of those big stripe. Like I said, I brought a little bit of a bait today that I hope is going to be the trick. I don't know if you all were watching or happened to be watching when I hooked that one that last time. It hit a jerk bait. I was using a, what was that? A stunner. I was using a Berkley stunner jerk bait that goes down to about 6 to 8 feet is all. Real pretty colors. And that dude hit that, and absolutely, what a fight that was. He did get off ultimately in the end. That's okay. This gives me something else to look forward to. But I'm hoping that I learned something the other day about how these fish are laying out here. And today I can apply it. And what I did is I brought another jerk bait. I'm looking while I'm talking in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Are you good at fishing? No. I have gotten better with live scope. And it's not necessarily because you see them and catch them. It's because I've learned kind of more about how fish behave. And that's why I say I'm a little bit better now that I have live scope. So let's see if, I want to see if the wind is going to be so strong. I've got my shallow water anchors down. I don't know if it's going to be strong enough to hold me here or not, because it is really strong wind. I'm sure you all are hearing it, and I apologize. I'm not bad at fishing. I've been fishing my whole life. I just also know that I don't call myself a good fisher either. Your biggest bass, my biggest. If you got an 8-pounder, that's incredible. Yeah, the wind is just pushing this right off of the shallow water anchors like I'm not even anchored down. So let me get situated. I'm going to have to find some place that I can get anchored down really hard and not move so much. So let me see how that's going to happen. I'm going to get over here where there's some mud. I'll be able to apologies. My biggest one is 6.5. I caught that last year on this lake. I also caught a 6-pound 2 ounce, I think it was. I think I caught a 6.2 on Chickamauga. So I'm sitting where I want to be. So now the question is, what is it going to take for me to be able to stay here? That's the real question. This is where I was sitting the other day when I was catching them. But between the current and the wind, man, it's hard to fish right here. I'd be tempted to actually go up on the bank. You can't get here without a boat. So I know it's still a good place. But the other evening, it's so cool. Once I found these fish, and I think I may have just found them again, there's a very certain little spot these dudes are laying out here. I'll be able to let you know really quick, because the other evening, once I found where they were laying, man, I just caught a bunch of them. It was so fun. And you never know when there's going to be one of the big ones in there. But I'm really close to where I was at the other day when I was catching all those. And the water just, the bottom kind of goes out here and then it drops. And right where it drops, there's a whole lot of current coming by that drop. And these fish were just sitting on that. And all I had to do was get somewhere close to them with an Alabama rig. And boy, they were just nailing this thing. It was a whole lot of fun. Yeah, one was just looking at it. It's pretty interesting. There's some right there. The problem, as you can see, is going to be sitting still. I think here's what I'm going to turn my boat around backwards. Get over here, turn my boat around backwards, and see if it will. This may or may not work. It's really windy. When I left my house, it was dead. Nothing bad about it right now. Let's see. Let's see if by any chance it will hold this way. Now maybe. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you with me. The only problem is I'm not going to have live scope at all. I'm not going to have live scope, and that's totally okay. I'm really hopeful that with my shallow water anchors down here, that I'll be able to sit still and not move as much, because now the current is pulling against them as where it was pushing against them. Let's see. There are a bunch of rocks behind me, so if it is going to move me, I'm going to have to very quickly drop my rod. Get out of here. All right, let me give my hands a few minutes to warm up. Everybody's doing all right. I've got my little hot hands on. What I think I'll do, yes, I'll probably be fishing for about 10 to 15 minutes and then having to stop to let my hands warm up. So it is cold. And I'm sure you all can hear the wind just humming over my phone. I apologize, there's nothing I can do about that. I am getting a microphone tomorrow that does noise canceling in it, and it's wireless. And so hopefully I'll be able to put that up here and plug the receiver into my phone, and you all will be able to hear me a little bit better without so much wind noise. That's my hope. Woo-hoo. Dog easy. Let's go. Let's see. So they're holding me pretty good. You can see the front of the boat. Yeah, the wind's going straight back. A 40-pounder. Oh my goodness. My biggest one's 25. Whew. I am literally sitting here waiting on my hands to work. warm enough that I can throw right now. I will here in just a minute. You can definitely see the direction of the wind. You see all that stuff behind me. Hey, Sarah. Sorry, Forrest Gump. If you look at that, you can see that is blowing out of there and just blowing like crazy that direction. So at least we know which way the wind's blowing. Whew, boy. Sorry, Forrest Gump 2350. Hello. All I'm doing is giving my hands a minute to warm up so that I can start casting again. Trying something kind of new. These knobs, these are really thin. So windy, it's going to blow my life jacket out of here if I don't do something about it while I was running in Ohio. Oh, that's cool. Riley. Hello, Riley. There is a place that people catch walleye here. I went once before I was even, I think I was 16 years old. That was 109 years ago. And I caught one or two walleye. We didn't really know it was from Belt Lake, Texas. Very, very cool. Oh, I bet it's warm where you're at right now. It's the temp. That wind is just busting through here. All right, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to change your view That's going to be your view for a little bit while I try to fish for a minute. All right. Talk to me, baby. I hope y'all can hear me okay with all the wind noise and everything. Biggest out of that pond is a 5. I get my 8 out of the lake that I'm on. You got an 8-pounder out of this lake? My goodness. They released, I think that was last summer, they released a bunch of the Florida strain bass in here again. They just keep adding those, and our fish are actually getting bigger and bigger. I heard about somebody catching an 11-pounder out of here, which is extremely rare. Now I'm throwing that's not but about 5 feet of water right there where that is. But you never know when fish are laying up a little more shallow just trying to stay warm. 65 walleye, my goodness. I thought I had figured these crappie out here about 3 weeks ago, and then I got my butt handed to me trying to catch some and caught none. So I realized real quick, I thought I knew something, but I really don't. Real fun fishing begins. I'm going to, let's see, what am I going to do? I've got to get situated to where I can throw back where these fish were hanging out the other day. They're on Lake Erie. Oh, I bet it gets so cold up there. Maumee River. Never been up there. I bet it's amazing. They run heavy through the Maumee River every year. How about that? That's cool. Are you all able to hear me okay with the wind? I'm worried that the wind's going to make it to where y'all are just hearing so much noise that I need to mute the sound altogether. Eight inches of snow on the ground. Oh my goodness. That is wild. We don't get snow like that where I am. I'm not saying we have never. We've had it a few times, but it's far and few between. We usually get 2 inches of snow here, and then it's gone within about 3 days. Oh, there's that wind. It's brutal. I'm throwing this giant Alabama rig, and the wind is catching it. It's sending it right back to 20s with the wind. Oh, minus 20s. I'm just too wimpy. I guess I've gotten spoiled where I live. And if this wind is going to continue, I'll be able to fish maybe 30 more minutes. It's too cold. My dang power poles are having to work extra double duty over here. Start spawning here soon, and the real fun fishing begins. Yeah. Oh, I almost felt like I had a bump right there. Well, we're fishing. You're not seeing it. Here's my rod tip. Just so you know, I am fishing right now. The wind is just absolutely hammering out here. Oh, that wind is brutal. Do y'all hear that on there? You probably do. Keep sniffing because it's so cold. My nose is running. All right, I'm going to turn the boat around. All right, sorry. I'm going to turn my boat around. Bear with me for just a minute. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Oh boy, it is cold. I'm not even going to try to lie about it. It is freezing out here. I'm trying to get situated to where I can look around some with my live scope to see where the fish are. All right. I'd almost be better off with an anchor on a day like today. All right, I'm going to have to stop for a minute and let my hand warm back up. It's really, really getting cold again. There are a bunch of small fish right here in front of my boat. Little bitty things. I don't know what they are, but they're small. Probably a little stripe if I had to guess. There's something really small right there. All right, I'm going to take a break and get my hands warmed up. Woo-hoo, boy howdy, is it cold. Whew. Take a break for just a minute while I'm trying to get my hands warmed up. Just chat with you all. Let's see if I can see any fish out here hanging out on that drop. I do see a couple. I'm hoping this wind will settle down some in the next, I don't know, the next 20 minutes or something, and I can at least get 20 minutes of decent fishing in. I apologize for having to take so many breaks, but it's just simply too cold to be out here trying to fish with this wind. If there was no wind, it wouldn't be bad, but as it is, it just is cutting right through these gloves. Wonder who is watching from the furthest distance from where I'm at right now. I'm in East Tennessee in Roane County, or Kingston. How many miles are you all from here? I gotta say, I am impressed with those shallow water anchors because they're trying very hard to hold me here despite the wind. And what you're also not seeing is that there is a lot of current out here. All right, I'm gonna put you all back out here for a minute. I'm gonna take a break. Well, I didn't get you all back out there at all, did I? How about that? There we go. All right. Let me get my hands warmed up and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Blame me for dropping. I'm not able to even keep my boat still. The wind is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to try to get back over here, anchor down just a little bit. They are just not holding me at all. Hey, SWC. I'm I'm learning that I just can't fish in this kind of wind. You probably can't see, but my shallow water anchors are struggling to even try to keep me still. And I see some fish out here on this drop, and I'd love to be able to get my dadgum pole in my hand for a minute and catch a couple of them. Oh, let's see, Steve, why is that bouncing so bad? It's bouncing because of the wind. He's still right there for me. 81? No! Are you serious? I gotta move. That's all there is to it. 81, that's just not even fair. All right, I'm gonna move the boat and try to situate a little bit differently. Give me just a minute to see if I can move the boat around some. Woo! We're going in circles, man. I'm having a good time. Probably throw up here in a minute. All right. Let's get them situated. You can watch them going down there. I've got those things jammed in the ground. Lorain County, Ohio. Cool. All right. I can almost feel my fingers again. Not quite. The way my boat's turned, I'm not really able to see that well. Let me move you around some now. Now it doesn't matter as much because I'm going to be fishing backwards. I see some fish out there that they're set up good. I'm going to have to throw on them. Dadgummit, I wish my hand wasn't so cold. And what you all don't see is the amount of current that's flowing behind me. There's just a whole lot of current in here. Yeah, there are some nice big fish right now behind me, but they're almost out of my reach. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the back of the boat and hurl this thing and then come back. Let's see. We're trying that. 60s. Man, I hope you're right, going. Forecast for next week. Man, I hope so. I'm on the bottom right there. What I was doing to catch these dudes the other day was I was just letting this float by them. And when it floated by, man, they got really aggressive right there at the last part of the day. I'm letting it float right now. I need something I can throw a little bit further. Let me see if I can get this to where they're sitting. Too much dang wind. I can't throw this probably 40 feet right now is as far as I can throw this. It's just so windy. Well, they're set up really good out there if I can get to them. Good luck. Hey, Daniel, thank you. I'm throwing that very hard on an 8-foot rod or 7.5-foot rod. I can't throw it 35 feet. All right, I'm gonna try my little secret bait. I'll show you that. Guess what? Here's my secret bait. It's a Rapala jerk bait with a little twist on it, a little bit extra weight. I saw Jacob Wheeler using this once. This lets you get a whole lot deeper with this specific jerk bait, and it's sinking. It sinks a little more than slow, a little faster than what I would say is slow sinking. What I like about this is now I've got something out there that's rattling when I twitch it. Oh, there's one. There's one. He couldn't stand it. He couldn't handle the truth. Oh, what have we got on, boys and girls? What have we got on today? We got something on. I just caught a glimpse of it. It's not a big giant or anything. It is a stripe. Let's see what kind. Oh, thank you, Mr. Fish. I think, I can't tell. Let me see. I believe it's just a regular stripe. Not bad. I think this is what I'm after. It's just this is a small one. Music to your ears, it is to mine too. It's got to be worth getting out here and being so cold. So that's about 14, 15 inches long or something. I'd say 15 or 16, but it's got a good stomach. It's pushing 2 pounds, I'd say. It's very pretty. Let's get it back in the water. Couldn't handle the secret. It couldn't handle my secret bait. My hands can't handle the cold dang wind. Come on, fingers, warm up. Oh, that's so cool. He followed that to the boat and slammed it right here at the side of the boat. Ah, this wind needs to stop. Ah, cool. Oh, man. FWC from Florida checking in, Goins checking back in. I'm so excited about the weather that's forecasted for next week. I'm supposed to have some concrete poured, and I've been waiting for about 4 weeks on it because it's just too cold. Snowy and icy and cold and everything else. If I can get my hands warmed back up really quick, I'm going to jump right back in there where those fish were. They're out there. He's not alone. That one that just hit. Ideally, I'd like to catch a big one, but I will take any of them. I love this because these things seem to be very aggressive right now. For what reason, I don't know. I thought when the water got this cold, these things were like, but these things have been really aggressive in here. Oh man, I feel a big one coming. Biggest problem I'm having is just keeping my dang hands warm enough to fish. What I like about the way I've got this rigged up is it's sinking. So it's out there in that current and it's sinking as it's going down, and it's flashy because I've got that little blade on it. You know, I could be crazy, but I swear I think it's snowing. It's not supposed to snow or rain or anything the rest of the day here. I'm trying behind the boat. Nothing on that one. Whew. Man, oh man, Chilly Willy. Drag music to your ears, mine too. Come on now, where you guys at? The fish that I see on here are actually towards the back of the boat. I mean, the direction that they're in is like, oh, there's another one. There's one right at the boat. Did you see that? Oh, he got off. He hit that right as I was picking the lure up out of the water. Holy cow. Golly, that's so cool. It was about like that last one. About the same thing, not bigger. Might have even been a tad smaller. Hello there. Wow, that's a lot of letters. That 11-year-old hockey player. Well, hi, 11-year-old hockey player. I'm currently trying to catch 11-year-old stripe. So far, they're actually coming right here to the boat when they're hitting it. That's so fun. Oops. I don't want to throw you and the phone in the river. Oh no. I just got it caught up in my net. Hold on. Okay, I got about 1 or 2 casts left, and then I'm definitely going to have to get back into the heat. Whew. I'm going to try a couple of different types of retrieves. Right now I'm using this just like a regular jerk bait where there's one. He hit it on the stop. There's another one. He got it as soon as I let it stop. Let's see, it feels like about like that last one. You gotta love these things, man. They're so aggressive for it to be so cold and nasty out here. I don't know, this one might actually be a little bit bigger than that first one. Oh, he's definitely more feisty. Let me get a look at it. Get up here, buddy. Oh, this one's a chunky little fellow right here. He's still going. Oh man, I may need the net on this dude. He's not very much longer, but he's very chunky. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. There we go. They're getting bigger. Had to adult for a minute, release to the grease. This is the second one I've actually put in the boat. I switched over to my new secret bait, and so far it's working. I lost one right at the boat, and I've landed two, so that's the biggest one so far. Just beautiful fish. Let's get him back in the water. On that note, my hands are numb. Two, you're right, Daniel. Golly bum, that stinking wind. When I left, I said to my wife, it is crazy calm outside. I don't know why I said that. That was the dumbest thing on the planet. Because, of course, once I get here, it's freezing. There are quite a few of those stripe right there where they were the other evening. I don't know why they hang in that spot, but boy, they do. And, whew, trying to get my hand warmed up. Let me show you my little bait that I'm using. Of course, I hate wearing gloves. I actually just hate fishing in cold weather altogether. I have to wear gloves. I can't feel anything. I've gotten stuck in my glove. The last time I was fishing really, really bad, I got stuck in it. Okay, what's happening here? I'm stuck in it again. Oh, for crying out loud. Get off my glove. I'm stuck in this side. What's happening here? There we go. Hey, you know, just still undoing all these knots. No big deal. Okay, here's the secret bait that's working right now really well. Okay, see you another time, Daniel. Thanks for joining in. This is what I'm using. It's just a good old Rapala, but I added this hook that is a little heavier and has got this little jingly thing on the front because I saw Jacob Wheeler do that once, and it is so far has been extremely effective. I've got 10-pound braid and a 10-pound liter of fluorocarbon. Whew, gosh, let me get my hands warmed back up so I can fish a few more seconds. From what I can see, there are a bunch of those that size. It is sleeting out here, for crying out loud. Whew, golly. Trying to get my hands warmed back up. There's my hummingbird hat that Johnson sent to me. Have a good one. Yeah, if I didn't say thanks, thank you for joining in, Mr. Benedict. Wind is always blowing on the water. Man, I'd reckon you hit the dock, the wind disappears. You're right. It is just busting it out here. There's a seagull. It froze to death. All I'm doing is trying to get my fingertips warmed back up. I'm going to get right back in there where that group is. They're still there. I'm looking at them on the live scope. They're just stuck right on the bottom. They're just laying on the bottom. And so far what they're doing, if you haven't seen me catch a few of these, is they hit it close to the boat. It's like they're not hitting it way out there where they're at. They're following it in fairly far, and then they're nailing it right here at the side of the boat. Yeah, it's actually sleeting a little bit. What is that? How did that get on there? Turn this thing around. Hopefully you can still hear me. All right, let's see if we can make it 4. Noah? Hello, Noah. I lost one stripe right at the boat, and I've landed 2 stripe. All right, let's see. There's a group of these stripes sitting out here. I don't know how big all of them are. The ones that I've caught, that last one, there's one. There's another one right there. Yeah, what they're doing is I'm throwing it out there and just letting it sit. And that's when they're hitting it. That last one was probably closer to 3 pounds easy. Had a good old stomach. This one doesn't feel as big as the last one. It's about like the first one. Let's see what this is. I can see the water's so clear. Stands out real well. They're all striped. That's so cool. He's a little bit smaller. He's just kind of foul hooked. Oh, yeah. This one's small, relatively small compared to the other two. That's a little bitty one, about a 3/4 of a pound. He's pretty tiny. The sleet is hitting me in the eyeballs, dadgummit. Let's put him back. Say bye. Bye to everybody. Phew. Golly bum. The kind that I'm catching are they're white bass is what they are. People call them striped bass, white bass, rockfish, wipers because they wipe your arm out. We have always called them rockfish and stripers. They're not little. They potentially can get huge. I'm just waiting for this gust of air to stop and my hand to warm back up for a second. It's kind of funny because I'm catching one just about every time I'm able to fish. Oh my gosh. Wind, stop it. Let's see if she gets you. Y'all can probably hear the wind blowing through. I can't fish right now. Too windy. Sorry for the noise. I know it's got to be bad. 40, 55, minus 40, minus 55. Golly bum. How do you do it? How do you fish in negative? There is just no way. It is about 35 degrees here. It's sleeting currently. And with the wind, I'm going to say it's about a 25 degree. Feels like 25. Hello, Camden Alonzo. I'm trying to fish, but with the wind and everything, I'm just freezing. The sleet is blowing into my eyeballs. That's not helping any. But we've caught 3 stripe now and lost 1. And pretty much every time I'm casting, I'm catching one. Upper Peninsula, Ricky Bobby. Michigan's surrounded by Great Lakes, so get high winds too. I guess you just have to, I don't know how you do it. I would just die. I really would. I cannot do that kind of cold weather. Honestly, I normally tell myself 40 degrees and 0 wind or I'm not going to go, or very, very light wind. This is way beyond where I normally would be comfortable coming out here. We have soft water. Yeah, I hope you do too. May 23rd, surely. Well, I don't know. By then, here, the bass will be nearing the end of the spawn. Whew. If the wind stops, again, I'll cast again. Can y'all see the sleet bouncing off my face? Probably not. Well, the boat's sitting here pretty good. All right, let's try again. Yours will just be getting started. Yeah, that makes sense. 100 degree, yep. 100% humidity, yep. Yep. There's no way. It is just... I'm afraid it's going to actually break my shallow water anchors because the wind and the current are blowing me so hard right here. It's no wonder the fish are biting. Nobody else is out here. I think I do see one person. I do. I see one other person on the bank over there. Oh, gosh. Wind, please stop for a few minutes. All right, let's see. Whew, whew, whew. You aren't used to that type of cold, though, down there. You're exactly right. I think we came to that out of state down south. God, you hear the wind? Great day. All right, I'm gonna try to throw a few times. 9 people are watching. Hey, hi everybody. I'm so glad y'all are with me. I've caught 3 stripe. I've lost a stripe. The biggest one's been about 3 pounds. They're hitting good. Nasty weather. It's 20 degrees here. Jeez, Nick, that's crazy. That's not too much different than it is here. It's pretty cold. These things are loving this jerk bait. Whew, here's the wind again. It's on a, it's actually on a Kindle Fire stand. That's just all I have. My phone's really tall. That's my favorite fishing weather. This stuff, oh my gosh, I don't know how you do it. The camera that goes in the light hole. Yeah, the YOLO. That's not right. I used to know what those were called. I think they were called YOLO. Let me cast back here. Wind grabbed that one and threw it in a totally different direction. If I do happen to hook up one of the big ones, it's going to take me a long time to get it in because of the setup I'm using. I made my own pole that my camera connects to. I watched a video and some guy online was showing you how to do the adapter or the voltage converter so that you're able to plug it directly into your 12-volt battery and then it converts it to 3 volts. And I use that and I've still got it to this day. It has worked for years. The one I have, I think, is 2 volts. It's or 2.1. I need to upgrade it to 3 because some of the newer phones now need more like 3 volts. But I run a GoPro camera on that, and that's just a homemade thing. All right. I'm trying to take advantage of every time the wind dies down. This sleet literally keeps hitting me in the eyeball. Camera that goes in the light. Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna throw in a couple of different locations for a minute. Hello, Adam Collins. This water where I'm sitting is actually fairly shallow. You were watching when I hooked that big one? That's where I'm sitting right now. I'm right back where I hooked that one. Trying to catch another one. All right, let's go back out here. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna throw it out there and I'm just gonna let it sink and float down and maybe not even twitch it. Or maybe just twitch it just a little bit. I'm having to position my boat in such a way that I'm having a hard time using the live scope to look to see where the fish are currently hanging out. Golly bug. All right, I'm gonna take y'all with me back here. That cast didn't do much. It seems like the ones where I'm working it pretty good are the ones that have been producing the bites. Try a couple of different areas real quick and see. See, having pole transducer would be nice for that. Boy, yeah, no kidding. Didn't stand moving a pole while trying to. There's one. There's another one. Oh, he got off. He got off. He hit it on the pause. Let's try that again. Oh, I had one for a second. What's this guy's name? Which guy? The one fishing? My name's Paul. Oh, I just had a hit. I think they're starting to get a little bit more active. My name's Paul. Paul of Paul's Outdoor Academy. And hello, good to have you here. Peace. Sorry, had to. That's funny. These fish are going to start getting more active here in just the next few minutes before dark. The other day I was throwing an Alabama rig and caught quite a few of them in a very short amount of time. All right, one more cast and I got to stop. My hands are freezing. Oh, that's cool, Ricky. I know y'all can't see it, but it's cracking me up, man. The sleet is hitting me in the eyeballs when I'm facing into the wind. This will be my last cast, and I'm going to have to warm my hands back up. You need to sell some of that ice. If the wind could calm down enough that I could reposition my boat, it would help. It's blowing directly into my face. I'm gonna get that Alabama rig out here in a minute. Shawano. Friday, possible a couple of days before that. All right, let me warm my hands up a little bit. Currently taking a break because my fingers are frozen again. Peace out. Guys, fishing machine went through ice 2 days later. Trailer. Whoa, 16 inches. Milwaukee. Dang. Woo-hoo-hoo. Boy, it's cold out here. Okay. And I'm trying so hard to catch some of these fish while they're up in here, but golly bum. Cracks make them spearing holes. Oh, you don't know where they're at. Goodness. Sounds very dangerous. I can normally sling this thing a mile on this rod, but the wind's just not making that easy at all. Pine trees. That makes sense. All right. Try a few shallower casts to see if there's something up in here, maybe moving up shallower. How the wind. Well, bass fishermen build cribs and structure and set them on the ice until they melt. Oh, that's smart. Thank you for not cussing. All right, well, here's the deal. I want to keep fishing so badly for the next 15 to 20 minutes before it gets dark, but the wind is pounding. I can't cast more than about 35 feet. I'm gonna try to warm my hands up and then throw the Alabama rig a time or two real quick. Hey, rig. Yep. Let's see. Three hooks. That's what I have 3 hooks on that one. You can put multiple baits, but you can only have 3 hooks. Hello, Murads. Hello, hello. I guess this is about the same time that when I was here the other day, this is about the time they really got crazy. I'm trying to be a trooper. I'm just going to tell you, Rodney, not doing real well. I am freezing. I've caught, I think, 3 4-stripe, I think. We're seeing what'll happen. There were several of these things laying out here a few minutes ago. They were starting to hit kind of good, and it seemed like they got real slow again all of a sudden. Of course, how many of them do you think are going to get caught on the exact same bait over and over and over again? All right, let's try one more time. pull in. Determined all 2 to 3 pound and thought, damn, that must be nice. Yeah, no kidding. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get off the anchors here, take you with me. Just looking around. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. You're it. Well, thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate that. I really do. If you go on my channel, excuse me, let me get this off my face. If you go on my channel and watch many of my videos, the one thing you will notice is that there's no cussing on there. I don't have a problem with people cussing, but I don't, because I want this channel to stay kind of family friendly. I like for people to have options, you know. Oh, there's a school of something right there. Let me see what this is real quick. Wonder what those are. I bet those are crappie if I had to guess. I don't have my crappie rod with me. There's a school of something that just went by. Let's see what. See if I can get in there with them. Seems like they've really slowed down in the last few minutes. But you know that's cheating. Makes the fish bite your hook. It absolutely does. Once they see my live scope, they're like, why do we even try to hide from you? They usually jump up in the boat and they all give me $50 bills. They're like, there's no reason in even trying to hide from this guy. Locator NJ uses fishing. Wind settled down for a minute. I have a feeling what I'm looking at right there is a school of crappie. This is shallow right here. Oh, no wonder. I came way off my mark. Let me get caught back up here. had no idea how far off my mark I had gotten. I'm nowhere near where the fish were. I'm just moving if you're wondering what I'm doing on here. Moving around a little bit. I don't think I can anchor down right here, but I'm gonna try. I don't think it worked. It didn't. No reason to try. I'm just looking around for fish, just so you know. These fish get super active right here. The last 30 minutes a day, it's pretty wild. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Trolling motor on 8 and I am not making any headway. Pretty much decided fishing right now is just about completely useless because the wind is just brutal. So I think I'm going to throw maybe one more cast and then I'm going to get out of here. I can't even cast where I'm aiming. The wind grabs it and just goes totally off to the right of where I'm trying to go. What's so crazy is I know there's some good fishing to be had. Just too windy. It's going to feel crazy warm to me when we hit 60. I'm probably going to be like miserable next week because we're going to hit 60 degrees. All right, hey everybody, I appreciate you joining me and watching and sticking with it. And it ends up towards you. I've been trying that. It's working a little bit. If you snagged it though, the words he would say. But I appreciate y'all joining me. It's just simply, oh shoot, I'm into the rocks. Hang on just a second. Doggone it. Ah! Oh my gosh, those rocks are shallow. Give me just a second. It is just stupid cold. Why is it so cold? I need to. Southerners are just not built for this. We really aren't. I mean, I am absolutely miserable. All right. Thank you all so much. I'm going to turn on my gas heater and get my hands warm enough that I can at least try to get back to the dock. So thank you all again very much. Yeah, run back to the ramp. Yeah, I'm going to literally have to get my hands warm just to go to the ramp. So y'all take care. Thanks again so much. God bless, and tight lines, everybody.